He's like, I don't remember who the US president is right now, but whichever one of those guys he is, I don't like him.
你去过新疆吗？
哎呦，我哪里都不去。
He is taking this little bike cart all the way to Tibet with his dog while dressed in this monkey outfit. Another day, another piece of free fruit from a stranger. That is the catchphrase of people in the Northeast. Ga! Everything is ga. I'm Katherine, and I'm on a year-long bike journey through North China with my husband, Asa. We usually prefer quiet villages and natural scenery, and big cities and nightlife aren't really our thing. But for some reason, the tinier and more obscure the place, the more captivated we become by the night scene. So in addition to the quiet villages and amazing scenery, today's journey also features a glimpse into what small town locals get up to after sunset. Today's vlog actually starts 80 kilometers down the road in the little city of Helong. It's located in a region heavily inhabited by ethnic Koreans, and they have tons of stories about encounters with their neighbors across the river. For example, this uncle in the grocery store who told us about his trip to North Korea 20 years ago to visit relatives.
亲戚我的东西他们偷，饿了呢还偷东西卖，东西交换东西吃，那个绳子我的东西里都挤了。
This region is also only a few hours drive from the Russian border, so not a single person ever guesses that I'm American. I'm telling y'all, everybody thinks I'm Russian. We just walked by here and the guys were like, "Ura, ura, ura." I can't even do it. I can't even roll the R. 你都会，我不会。
Ura.
他会，我不会。Ura, ura.
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 Ura 万岁，万岁什么？
We have encountered another long-distance traveling enthusiast. This guy is starting from Helong and he is taking this little bike cart all the way to Tibet with his dog while dressed in this monkey outfit. So his monkey outfit is actually from a Chinese legend called Journey to the West. So now you can probably tell where I got the name of my YouTube channel from.
看他自己做饭的吧，不像自己做饭。
哥，你太辛苦了。
他们要开始了。
你全程穿这个西游记的衣服还？
不能，那热死了。
What an incredibly niche thing to be doing, and for us to meet someone doing a very similar thing is just like, what are the odds? Bye bye, bye bye. The morning after we saw off our new friend on his journey, it was our turn to get on our bikes and head towards Changbai mountain. Not only is it one of China's most famous and scenic mountains, it's also shared with North Korea, which is so cute and so wholesome, and our journey through Jilin just would not be complete without it. Good morning, everyone, from Helong. It is 5:30 a.m. on a Sunday, which is a time in most places would be kind of dead, but not here. How's the corn?
Good. Fresh. To remember. Yeah.
嘎嘎嘎嘎，什么东西都嘎嘎，嘎嘎甜，嘎嘎香。That is the catchphrase of people in the Northeast. Ga. Everything is ga.
这是我媳妇儿，美国的。
我也美国的，
真的啊？
我家孩子他是美国公民，
哦，
他们那个留学过了
哦，
，10年考美国公民了，孙子也是公民。
人家有绿卡，你没有。
我都没有去过。我们刚去。
你给他办嘛，好办，1年就办了。
你什么时候去达拉斯呀
18号。
祝你在美国生活愉快。
生活愉快，我们的老乡。
拜拜。
在美国见。
Contrary to popular belief, marrying an American citizen does not guarantee an instant free pass to the US, especially since we have no plan to immigrate and I don't live there. So to my knowledge, I actually can't even get him a green card. There's also no spouse visa, only a tourist visa, which we don't meet all the criteria for. So if anyone has any advice on how I can possibly bring Asa for a visit to the US, suggestions are welcome.
This is life.
Actually kind of loving the spooky, foggy vibe this morning. Very different from our usual biking conditions. How is it that the Xinjiang boy raised around goats and sheep his whole life cannot make a convincing goat noise. Today's route is actually mostly uninhabited mountains, but fortunately there are a couple of little villages you can go into if you look at the map and know where to get off the main road. So we are enjoying the village scenery while we can.
什么？
听不见，狗吵死了，听不见。
你去过杭州吗？
杭州，我也不知道杭州在哪了。
你去过新疆吗？
哎呦，我哪里都不去，我就在家了。
人家喜欢待在家呗。
吃不吃香蕉呀？没事没事，我的心意。
不吃。
哎呀，尴尬死了，我走了。He's always giving fruit to people, and sometimes they're like, nah, no thanks, and he's like, take the fruit, and they're like, no thanks, and he's like, take the fruit. Definitely a cultural difference between Xinjiang and the U.S. Like in the U.S., if you offer someone something and they say no, you're like, I bet, bye. Check it out, y'all. This place has venison dumplings, something I've never seen on a menu in China, literally ever. 鹿，你们养多少鹿呀？40个。Venison isn't very popular in most of China, and in the US, it is somewhat common, I guess, but only as a game meat, and hunting is allowed in many places since it helps keep the deer population from getting out of control. Hunting is not allowed here, and there actually already is an apex predator in the forest. That's right, y'all, we are still in tiger territory. Just 5 minutes down the road from the deer farm, we saw another one of these signs. Where are those tigers?
包里头有，
哦，
这大炮没有，
你见过吗？
没有，俺们但是搁厂子里跟那个监控里能看见。
Kokamses。如果是那个哥哥多有意思呀！
不是吧？
哎，是你呀！我刚刚就感觉可能是，但是你没穿那个衣服。
你晚上住在哪儿呀？
我有帐篷在桥底下。
不怕老虎吃你吗？
那边没有老虎。
那这一段路咋办？
这边有老虎，真有老虎出没。
So I was wondering how our journey to the West bro is doing, and we literally encountered him on the road. What are the odds? Actually, I guess the odds are very high because we're going in the same direction and he's slower than us. Wow! 你这个车骑上坡什么感觉啊？感觉太费劲了。
我腿没有变速。
你太辛苦了。So originally his journey to the West was even more similar to the TV show because he was supposed to have 2 people going with him. They were going to be a little crew, you know, like the monkey and the pig and the whatever the other guy is. And the other 2 people dropped out and they decided not to go. So he's just doing it on his own. 他们为什么不去了？他们嫌累吗？
嫌累。
哎呀，换个摩托车，他们是不是就愿意去啊？
别的摩托车开车他们都不去。
哎呀，没劲儿。
大小桥线路很难。
Hello， 你们在讲啥呀？
放假出来。
你可以加上微信。
那边有狗啊。آش بسه سویوق بردی جان آمان ülge anının derdi.
We are back down from the mountain and have returned to our favorite thing, exploring random villages. These places are so middle of nowhere that most of them are pretty much unseen by anyone other than locals. But they're just so cute. They deserve to be seen. We have arrived in tonight's destination, the little town of Songjiang. This is our last stop before we reach Changbai Mountain. It's a very tiny town, very cozy, almost feels like a giant village. Oh, 这里，香园时尚宾馆. This is the lobby of our hotel. It's a bit unconventional, but it definitely has personality. There's alcohol, there's a little guy here, there's more alcohol, more alcohol, more alcohol, and there's a washing machine, which is a bonus. And they have 2 fish tanks, not just 1, 2 fish tanks. This is the backyard of the hotel. So this place has almost kind of a homestay vibe because the owners actually live like right next to it in a detached building.
这个给你，
自己夹的，谢谢。
这个好吃。
来这里夹的，
Oh,
刚摘的。
and let me show you guys the room. This is the room. Nothing super bougie, but it will do. Now it's time for dinner. 埋在这里呀。
Hi guys, good afternoon. This is a small town. Look at the skies. Hello. 我是农村长大的，所以我从小时候开始劈柴火。我需要帮你吗？
照相呗。
辛苦了。
奶奶比你强壮。
对。我们骑行来的。从黑龙江青海湖那边骑过来的。
We have found a dish that Isijang likes. Malatang. You just pick a bunch of vegetables, noodles, maybe meats, but we don't put meat in it usually. And it all gets boiled together, and then you add some seasonings, and you can customize it to whatever you're in the mood for on that day.
多吃菜菜。This is my favorite. Imagine.
Success. He likes something other than Lanzhou noodles and Xinjiang kebabs. He likes this. Hello. After dinner, it was finally time to experience small town nightlife. I feel like the nightlife here is pretty solid considering the small number of residents in this place. Hello. 谢谢谢谢谢谢 Another day, another piece of free fruit from a stranger. Right across the street from the dancing aunties and the children on scooters, there is a night market. Check this out. We have a very impressive selection of gummies. Like, that is a lot of variety for this teeny town. We have some sort of mystery sugar drink concoction over here, and what looks like cat toys.
我今天我会一个，我会2个。
Jewelry for sale, grilled corn. Hello. Hello. And my personal favorite, the mobile karaoke booth. 5 RMB, and you can sing a song in the middle of the night market at the mobile karaoke booth.
想吃吗，宝贝儿？不。为什么呀？
And before you all ask, no, I am not going to partake in the mysterious sugary concoction. Did that one time at a place like this, like tried one of those like sugary jelly, whatever it was. I got horrible food poisoning. So those things are like a petri dish, like never again. Never again, I'm just here to look. Back here we have the Super Mario bouncy castle. It costs 10 renminbi a pop. This thing is bustling, the kids love this.
我小时候没有那么好玩的东西。
Oh my gosh, y'all, there are 2 bouncy castles here. There is Super Mario, and there is this. Just kind of a smorgasbord of random stuff, like Tropical Island meets Dragon meets the Boonie Bears. They just kind of all like stitched it together into this zombie contraption over here, but the kids are loving it. And also in the category of children's activities, there is a paint-it-yourself clay piggy bank zone. There is a sand pit. There is more going on for children in this tiny little town than there ever was in my hometown. Man, I didn't have any of this going on at night. It was like sit at home and watch TV. Read a book. Do your homework.
这放在瓶子里边，一个颜色一个颜色的好看。
They just got their pink bunny out and they're at it again.
看他们刚说的。
你看又抓到了一个，那边又抓到了一个。We got squids. We got potato pancakes over here. Some sort of tofu thing. We got dried fish patties, dried mini crabs, mini shrimps. Poor, sad little turtles. Seriously though, this industry needs to die. Do you want to sit in your own poop for days on end? Neither does this turtle. Look at the pattern on the chairs. Classic Northeast.
你好，
Yeah. This guy's literally so drunk he forgot how to use his own phone. He's trying to take a photo together and he like forgot how to do it.
可以了，可以了。可以了，可以了。
好，
笑死我了。
彝族，我是少数民族。
哦，
我也
他也是少数民族呀。
是新疆人。
少数民族兼少数民族。
我操，你呢？
我是美国的。美国。
是我媳妇儿美国的。
是吗？你不要生气啊！
啊，说吧。
因为我们的那个新闻上面看啊，其实你赶紧嫁过来吧，你赶紧嫁过来。
我们已经结婚了。
我们结婚了
啊！我们欢迎你过来。
啊，谢谢。
你们美国的那个老祖那个什么？特朗普，辛苦啊！操
He's like, I don't remember which guy is the president, but whichever one it is, I hate him. Yo, check out this grocery store. They're really doing their best to fit in with the nightlife vibes.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, look at this. They have lights. They have fake orchids everywhere. They have a little archway. It's so extra. I must support this small business. We've got to buy something. Last stop of the night, this little shop. It had the word grocery on the sign. We thought this was a grocery store. This ain't no grocery store, but that's fine because this hellscape of overconsumerism is also very fascinating. It's right across the street from a school, so it's full of all the little ding-dongs a child could ever want. 现在小孩玩这些东西看都看不懂是啥. Literally, what is all of this stuff? What is this? I don't know what any of this is.
Coca-Cola 呀。
那它是什么呀? It's some like weird knockoff Labubu in a Coke can. 什么? Oh, 虫子呀.
刚飞进来的。
真的没见过这个东西啊. 天哪，东北特色呀. 金猪. Look, it's a lottery ticket in the form of a plastic pig. 那你真的能抽到一个有用的东西吗？
有的会中，有的不会中。
I've actually never seen this anywhere else in China, and I was thinking about maybe opening one just for the vlog, but then I found out you have to smash it with a hammer, which isn't really my vibe. So sorry guys, no pig. Okay, this one I've really never seen before. It's a little syringe and like this squishy thing, and apparently you can blow air bubbles into it and then pop them like a pimple. Kids really have it all these days, man. 他送你礼物啦。
谢谢。
He gave us this little model kit. How cute! 谢谢. We've biked about 700 kilometers so far, and this is one of the tiniest towns we've stayed in, but it definitely had a lot of personality. And the next morning, it was finally time to head to Changbai Mountain. And just a few minutes into our journey, guess who we encountered?
换了吗？哇，
换大的了。
你原来那个车下坡刹不住是不是？
对，慢点来的。
好恐怖啊！我们自行车都感觉那条路太陡了。
我捡了一个东西在那垫的，一点一点下来。
还带啤酒啊 Here I am thinking I might have too many socks, and he's got a whole case of beers in there. 这狗真乖，从来都不叫。
什么牛啦，这样的见了它叫。
We're getting some blueberries at the roadside blueberry stand. 1 box for us, 1 box for our bro, who we have encountered 3 times. For the rest of this journey, anytime I see one of those 3-wheeled carts on the road, I'm gonna like think that it's him, but it won't be because our routes are diverging in 2 different directions after Changbai Mountain, and we will probably never see each other again, but I'm definitely gonna be following him on Douyin and seeing what he's up to. We are finally here, y'all. We have arrived at Changbai Mountain. Tomorrow we are gonna climb that thing. Well, more likely we're gonna sit in a bus and be shuttled up that thing because that's how it works in these kind of places. But yeah, I will see you on the mountain. Dios. The swarm is real, y'all. It is so hard to buy tickets, and even with how much they've restricted the ticket sales, it's still a gigantic swarm. The crowds are seething. But I mean, I would rather be here caught in the swarm than be in North Korea and not even be allowed to climb the dang thing. We're here at the hot springs, getting like a steam bath over here. These are not those hot springs that you sit in and soak and enjoy the scenery. These are the kinds that have a very unusual aroma. And even here, outside of the stinky sulfur springs, you can still see there are people flinging coins in there for good luck. It's just like human nature. See a pool of water, fling coins. Someone else just did it.
那个应该产品的。
不带咱这个地方，就往你们山门那个地方，那山的门那里边大树都这么粗啊，没有这个小，这小树藏不住它。还有吃啥？吃松子儿，松子儿什么的，吃小动物啊。这头没有小动物是抓不到吃的。这个也见过，在西坡了，前2天灌了，看见了灌了。无人机这个，人见着还有跑。
Yo, we are still in tiger territory, sort of. They're on the west side of the park and this is the north side, but you know, it's kind of in the same radius. But I think it is not meant to be for us to see a tiger during this journey because this is literally our last stop here in Jilin. We are about to say goodbye to the land of the tigers, to this fascinating little world right next to North Korea. And we are headed to Dalian, which is on the coast in the neighboring province of Liaoning. And I would love to bike the whole thing. But the problem with this bike tour is there are so many places that I want to show you guys that are not in a straight line. Not a very easy pattern to follow within the time frame of 1 year, which is like pretty much all we have. Because, you know, I gotta have kids, I gotta get back to work, I gotta live like a normal life eventually. So we only have 1 year, which means we're gonna be taking the train for a few stretches. So we're actually about to get on the train and go to Dalian, and we'll be biking from the coast to the grasslands of Inner Mongolia. Stay tuned for chapter 2 of our North China bike tour.